Hey guys, welcome back to DMAC Customs on the YouTube. Dave here in the garage. I'm already deviating away from the Area 51 project. I've got a new hot rod project in the garage. So let's get at it. Oh. Okay, so got this little roadster here in the garage that I've got to do a little bit of pinstriping on. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do on it yet, but I'm going to start with making some space and getting it up on some stands or something so I can work at it, and a bit of wax and grease remover and clean it up and get it ready to go. Okay, so got this little unit here that I'm going to do a little bit of pinstriping on it for some friends of mine from the Hot Rod Club. Got a bit of a free rein just to kind of decorate it up, break the black a little bit. So I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do. Might do a little around the front here, and I don't know what to do on the sides. Maybe a little bit of something. I thought about doing a little red around the wheels, maybe a little bit of something around the back. I have to clear a bit of bench space from last week's adventure and get some stuff going on this. Got myself some more turpentine, and also need to grab some wax and grease remover and clean rag and check the mess out. So let's start with a good wipe down, get off any little greasy little kitty fingerprints and stuff, and mine. If I can figure out how to cut this rag. Yep. She's pretty cold this morning, so my hands are a bit frozen. I don't know quite what I'm going to do. I can maybe do a little something on the front there next to the number plate. I don't know what I'll do. Right, now once you've been round it with the wax and grease remover, this is something I learned only a couple of years ago, is that to go and buff it all back off with a clean rag, just because I was told to by a professional spray painter man that I know, and he was telling me it needs to be buffed back off because wax and grease removers are often oil based, and they actually do leave an oil kind of film on there. I know a lot of people use window cleaners of different sorts, but I've never really tried that. I wouldn't mind trying it one day and see what it's like, but don't know if I've got any at the moment, Windex or something like that. But got it, just like that. Got to top off my little squirter bottle with some turpentine, which I use as a thinner and for cleaning brushes and stuff like that. Some people use white spirits, some people use all sorts of other things. I don't use lacquer thinners on my brushes unless I've been using lacquer based paints, because lacquer thinners is really hard on your brushes, so I tend not to. Right, palette or cup. Bunch of rags. Why do I say rags? Notes. A tin for cleaning up. Chuck some turpentines in there. Okay. One shot bright red, I think it is. Yep, bright red. That's what I'll use. And that. What's that? Ivory. Maybe ivory. A little bit of red, a little bit of ivory. I'm not going to use straight white because it's a bit too bright. Ivory's maybe a little dirty though. Yeah, those two. Yeah? Or should I? No, I said I was going to use red and white. Kind of traditional. Go down that route. Oh, my hands are freezing. Screw won't come out. I'm just going to put a couple of little markers on here to kind of help with the symmetry, if you know what I'm saying. It's something that I find a tricky part of doing this pinstriping business is when you've got to do symmetrical designs. They can be a little bit tricky to get them symmetrical. Some people are really good at it. Some it takes a little bit more work, like me, you know. What am I going to do? I might sort of do a bit of a plan. Nah, not that. I'm not going to do that on there. That's not cool. Something like that. Quite simple. Yeah? Scribbles? Yeah, got to try and roughly match it up on the other side. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do elsewhere. Know what I'm saying? I'll do a little bit of something on the back here as well, I guess. Not quite sure what yet, but just put some bit of a grid on. Help me with me symmetry. As long as I get the grid kind of the same on both sides, would definitely help. Like that, that's my centre. Something like that maybe is my base, my startage. Where does that go? That goes down. Something like that. And then it's sort of hooking back around back there. And then coming down, whoop, around there. Something like that. And maybe do some little tie-ins and maybe add the second colour in somehow. Something like that, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Okay, just squeezing a little bit of this liquid gold out of here. Unfortunately here in New Zealand, and it seems to be a worldwide thing, one shot's getting quite hard to get. Doesn't seem to be any actual distributor in New Zealand anymore. One of the places that was selling it, one of the hot rod parts places down the line, they don't seem to have it anymore. And the place that I bought most of this from, which was down in the South Island, down in Christchurch or Dunedin or somewhere, they seem to be long gone now, so I don't quite know what's happened to that guy, but yeah, he's not selling it anymore. So I kind of got to find a new paint to use when I get that far. There is another brand, one of the hot rod places that was selling one shot, I think it's Cruising Customs or Hot Rod Heaven or something, that was selling it. They are now doing Nolan. I don't know, I haven't used it before, so I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, I want to just thin this just a scotch. A lot of guys palette, like I've got the old magazine down there, they like to palette on that sort of thing. I've always used cups and tins and stuff like that, you know, from my sign writing days, and that the main reason I still kind of do it is I find the enamel paint starts kind of flashing off on the palette, and I find it easier to keep a consistent kind of blend or mix in a tin or a cup rather than on a palette. Some people like have thinners and they dip and spread back and forth. I don't bother with that. I just tend to use these little cups. So I think we're ready to go. I'm going to do some stuff on the wheels before I go too much further. Wheel number 1. This might all get wiped off yet. Pinstriping wheels is tricky. I should have my glasses on. Yes, I need my glasses. Back in a minute. Alright, back. Got my spectacles. They're cleanish. I see out of them. Yep. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Just a bit wobbly on one part there. So off she comes.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby.
I'm down.
Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just sweet. Your body, your mind. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh, baby, you give me ice and fire. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, oh, oh,
Got a bit far out again. Okay, so we got the kind of bulk of the squiggly things on there, the first colour. I did have a think, maybe can I use that? It's that colour there. Will it look alright against that? So maybe a little bit too yellowy. I might have to use white, you know, proper white. I should put that screw back in there. No, know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm just getting distracted by my paint pot thing. Before I do that, I feel like we need to even it out and put something on the sides, but at this point, I'm not really sure what. We've got this, you know, whether we just do something, I don't know, maybe up through there, or, you know, maybe start it off here, maybe not bring it into there. We could do something on the louvers, or maybe just bring a piece up, just a little simple, little bit of detail just to kind of spread it out around the car. You know what I'm saying? I think I've made up my mind, so I'm going to do that. Just a little red line. Let's get at it. Oh, I don't know about that actually. That's a bit wiggly down there. I was going to wipe it off and do it again anyway, but it might be a bit much actually, I think. Off she comes. Maybe it's just, maybe something just kind of in the bottom. Yeah. Paint. I need that, but I reckon might leave it that for the red. This round, right in the right. Okay, so that's pretty much all I'm going to do on this thing. I was supposed to not get it as scribbly as I've got it. My intention was to be simpler than what we did. But anyway, it's done now, painted on there. I always do that. I kind of lay down my first colour, probably put more lines down than I should, and then by the time I put my second colour in, it just needs to have more. But anyway, that's it, done. If anyone's interested, brushes I used, Vondago, Pro Series Quad Zero, and these two white handled are both Vondago Pro Series lightsabers. I quite like these little brushes. They're still getting used to them, but yeah, to be fair, they're quite neat for finer stuff. And I did use this little wee tiny lettering brush. It's a Pure Sable AS Hanover 2102 number 0, but I ended up switching back to the lightsaber to do that stuff. It was either stuff down on the bumper, you know. I thought I'd use a little lettering brush, but yeah, it wasn't doing what I wanted to do, so I switched back to switched to a finer lightsaber, the 00 instead of the 0. I did use the 0 for most of the top stuff and the 00 for down on the bumper, and I used the 00 for a little bit here and there as well, but mostly the single 0, you know, the 0, and the old Vondago for the lines down the side and around the wheels. You know what I mean? That one, the Quad 0. So there we have it. All we've got to do now is polish it off and let it dry, and then polish it off. So I'll see you tomorrow. Morning. So next day. All I've got left to do really is just give this a bit of a polish off, clean off my pencil marks with just some gentle polish, and then when it's done, I actually should check, make sure it was fully dry, and it's not. That was a bit of a mistake. It's not fully dry because it's so cold down here. Actually, I was supposed to check that. You're supposed to remind me, man. See, took some red off, but it'll be all right. I've got to let that fully cure up. It's freezing in the garage here, and like my hands are like little ice blocks. So I might, yeah, move this somewhere warm until it dries off, and then I can polish my pencil marks off. And then we can finish up this video. Hey guys, right, just getting this thing down off the stands, you know, being the big beast that it is. Okay, so it's all dry now, so now I can finally polish off my pencil marks. So I'll just quickly do that and give it a final clean up, and hopefully I didn't damage paint too much when I tried to polish it the other day, but yeah. Hey guys, well that's where we're going to leave this video on pinstriping the littlest hot rod that I've ever pinstriped. Yeah, quite an interesting little project, but doing a little detour from the Area 51, which you will see what's going on with that in the next up and coming video next week. Okay, so as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget I'm on the Instagram and the Facebook. If you want to go and have a look at that, links are in the description, or you can just look us up under DMAC Customs. Yeah, and if you haven't subscribed, that would be awesome. And thanks for watching to the end. That's awesome too. I know there's a few regulars who watch everything, and I really appreciate it. I'm bewildered, but appreciate it if you get this far. Yeah, and you'll see about that too. But yeah, so like, share, subscribe, comment, whatever. And as always, thanks for watching. Till next time, take it easy and peace.